Get ready for action, because Dango Ouattara snatched a dramatic late equalizer for Brentford against Crystal Palace, securing a vital 2-2 draw and keeping their European dream alive. Ouattara delivered a stunning strike in the dying moments, cancelling out Ismaila Sarr's penalty and ensuring the Bees stayed in the hunt for Europe for the very first time in their history. This incredible finish, coming just 2 minutes before the final whistle, has left everyone buzzing about the intensity of this match and what it means for Brentford's season. Finally, prepare to be amazed by a historic gift to the nation. An exceptional archive of almost 800 historic tartan samples has been donated to National Museums Scotland. This collection, spanning over 200 years and featuring textiles from J and D Patton, could completely rewrite the understanding of tartan history, offering a detailed look at Scotland's rich textile heritage. Stay with us for more breaking news. Brentford secured a vital 2-2 draw against Crystal Palace, thanks to a late equalizer from Dango Ouattara, keeping their pursuit of a European spot alive. The dramatic finish came in the dying minutes of the match. Ouattara's goal came after Adam Wharton finally found the net for Crystal Palace, marking his first Premier League goal. Wharton had struggled to score in his previous 93 appearances for the Eagles since moving from Blackburn over 2 years ago, but he broke his drought in the second half when he struck from 20 yards out. The match saw intense action. Early in the game, Ouattara had scored the luckiest goal of the season, nullifying a penalty taken by Ismaila Sarr. The tension escalated when Sarr was awarded a spot kick after VAR intervened, and he converted for his 8th Premier League goal of the season. In the second half, the game remained tight, with Palace threatening to double their lead twice. Palace's chances included a near-post shot from Yeremi Pino-feeding Sarr and a curling effort from Georgian Strand Larsen against the far post. Brentford's equalizer arrived just 5 minutes before halftime when Yeher Yarmolyuk swung in a hopeful ball, which JD Canvat deflected, allowing Ouattara to tap in the lucky goal. Palace managed to regain the lead shortly after the break when Daniel Munoz fed the ball to Wharton on the edge of the box, who converted a low shot past the keeper, celebrating his first Premier League goal with a double somersault. However, Brentford maintained their momentum. With only 2 minutes remaining, Michael Keogh's long throw was flicked on by Sepp van den Berg and brilliantly dispatched by the tireless Ouattara, sealing the point for the Bees. Brentford remains in contention for European football for the first time in their history. Sunderland secured a dramatic 3-1 victory over Everton, keeping their hopes for European football alive, while ending the final appearance of captain Seamus Coleman at Hill Dickinson Stadium. Late goals from Enzo Laffi and Wilson Isidore were crucial in the comeback, allowing the Black Cats to overturn a deficit and leapfrog their opponents into 9th place in the table. Laffi, who previously scored at the ground in a January FA Cup win, also provided an assist for Brian Brobby during the second-half surge. Isidore's goal in added time cemented a performance that saw Sunderland climb the table. The result keeps the path to a UEFA Conference League spot open for Sunderland, as they are only 2 points behind Brighton in 7th, maintaining their contention ahead of next weekend's match against Chelsea. Conversely, Everton's chances have significantly diminished, dropping them to 11th place, 2 points behind Sunderland. This outcome is expected to disappoint manager David Moyes, particularly following a late first-half goal from on-loan midfielder Merlin Rollo, which lacked clear intent. The afternoon featured a poignant farewell for Coleman, who returned from a 17-year absence to play his final home game, despite the stadium being largely empty. The initial 45 minutes were described as lackluster, which was surprising given the prospect of European football for both teams. Everton suffered an early setback when Omar Alderete was ruled out midway through the half, though his replacement Luke O'Neill had time to settle. Everton did not seriously threaten until Rollo's 43rd minute strike. Sunderland's second-half action brought entertainment, including a wide shot from Try Hume that narrowly missed Jordan Pickford's line. The decisive moment came when Jake O'Brien's miscontrol allowed Lafie to find Brobby, who then scored, followed by a goal from Isidore, who sealed the win. UK holidaymakers are bracing for potential delays at European borders due to the implementation of the Schengen Area's Entry-Exit System, or EES. A recent poll commissioned by Booking.com reveals significant apprehension among travelers, with nearly 3 out of 5, or 59%, expecting delays linked to the EES. Almost half of the respondents surveyed expressed concern about missing flights due to border checks. The EES requires third-party country nationals, including UK citizens, to have their fingerprints registered and photographs taken before entering the Schengen area, which comprises 29 European nations, predominantly within the EU. Reports from the Airports Council International indicate that the EES has been responsible for delays of up to 3 hours, with airports in Spain, Portugal, France, and Italy being among the most affected. This impact has been tangible, with over 100 EasyJet passengers missing a flight from Milan Linate to Manchester last month due to passport desk delays. The survey highlighted proactive measures being taken by travelers. 56% plan to arrive at airports earlier than usual to mitigate disruption, and 12% intend to arrive at least 4 hours ahead of their scheduled departure. Data on past experiences also shows mixed results. Over half of travelers who have used the EU since the EES was introduced reported experiencing delays, while 43% reported no delays. In response to traveler anxiety, Booking.com advised families planning trips during the May half-term break to verify passport eligibility and to keep essential items, such as portable phone chargers and medication, in hand luggage. Ryan Pearson, regional manager for the UK and Ireland at Booking.com, stressed the importance of preparation, noting that while changes can feel daunting, many journeys are proceeding smoothly. Separately, the news also touches on market shifts. Advantage Travel Partnership reported a surge in demand for holidays in Greece following the revelation on April 17 that the country would not impose EES requirements on UK travelers this summer, leading to a rise in UK holiday bookings to Greece from 7.7% in mid-April to 9.98% by month-end. The EES was initially introduced in October of last year, with its rollout accelerating on April 10. Currently, EU regulations permit the temporary suspension of checks during peak periods to manage queues. An exceptional archive of nearly 800 historic tartan samples has been gifted to the nation, promising to significantly reshape the understanding of tartan history. The collection, featuring textiles some exceeding 200 years old, was produced by J&D Patton, a major tartan manufacturer throughout the 19th and 20th centuries. Stuart Patton, the great-great-grandson of the firm's founder, has donated the archive to National Museums Scotland, NMS. The collection is rich with historical significance, encompassing textiles created for Queen Victoria and the royal family during the 19th century Highland Revival, military fabrics supplied to Scottish regiments, rare examples woven for women's fashion, and previously unrecorded clan tartans. Experts suggest that the archive, which spans the firm's operational history from its 1820s foundation to its closure in the 1960s, could rewrite established narratives surrounding tartan. Dr. M. Harry Maxwell, curator of modern and contemporary history at NMS, emphasized the collection's importance. Tartan is one of the most recognizable symbols of Scotland, and the exceptional J and D Patton collection is of immense importance to ongoing research into the history of this iconic textile, she stated. She expressed optimism that the archive would reveal new stories, adding, "We have only just begun to uncover the stories woven through this remarkable archive, and I have no doubt there are many discoveries waiting to be made, all thanks to the generosity of Stuart Patton and his family." J&D Patton reached its zenith in the late 19th century, operating as a family-run enterprise for 5 generations, employing hundreds across 4 factory sites in Stirlingshire. The firm was renowned for producing internationally acclaimed tartans and tweeds, sometimes incorporating silk, and won awards for fine fashion textiles. Previous historical knowledge of tartan production had largely focused on producers like the Wilsons of Bannockburn. Dr. Maxwell believes the J&D Patton archive will offer a crucial, detailed perspective on mass manufacturing during a period when tartans were expanding globally. She noted that J&D Patton may have pioneered more fashionable tartans, coinciding with the peak romanticism of Scotland. "We are really hoping that this will rewrite the history of tartan production as we currently understand it," she added. She also highlighted the potential for the archive to illuminate popular color trends during this era. Stuart Patton, former director of J&D Patton, welcomed the transfer. "I am delighted to find a long-term home for the collection with National Museums Scotland," he said. He confirmed the donation was made in memory of his godfather, Captain Patton, in the hope that the collection will serve as a valuable resource for future researchers. NMS has invited descendants of J&D Patton employees to share any related memories or items, encouraging contact via info@NMS. AC, UK.